G'day, how's it going, Locomotive Enthusiasts around the world, and welcome to GFYS Gaming Australia with the Godfather of the Rails, and hello to you all, and welcome to our YouTube channel. We're here to give you the very first Train Sim World 2 roadmap update for 2021, January 2021's roadmap update for the 12th of January, and we're here to discuss and talk about the roadmap a little bit more in detail and talk about some things that I'm quite surprised about with the regards to a release that I was expecting here in late January 2021. Looks like is not the case now. So looks like that this will now be a February release, and this will be the next release in the game for regards to a add-on, which is the Southeastern High Speed UK London route, which is expecting now to be released in February in 2021, not January, late January as expected. With a lot of people expecting it, but it could still release late January. There's still a could, but it's going off what I heard Sam say in the roadmap update live stream. Discussing things, it looks like that he said that there will be nothing released between this roadmap and the next roadmap update. So the next roadmap update will be in February, early February. So it looks like it could be around a early to mid February release for the Southeastern High Speed. So, all right. So it, but don't take my word for it. But that looks like the most likely scenario going forward. All right. So we're going to talk about the roadmap. We're going to break it down in as much plain English as possible for you guys. It might be a bit, like, huh, how, what, with what Sam talked about earlier in the live stream. But I'll tell you right now, I'm a very experienced Train Sim World driver. And very experienced with the game, and I sort of try to give you guys a breakdown on and give you the most honest answers regarding release dates. And sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. But the patch notes were released. The stats were released on Steam's the Steam for the Southeastern High Speed. So we were thinking that we were only a few weeks away now, but it does look like it's got a little bit of there. It sounds like that they. I think. Look, I'll be honest. I reckon the original plan was that they were going to be releasing it at the end of January, and they've actually found a bug, and they've had to pull it out now and fix it up. So it looks like it's a little bit later than what they originally planned. It sounds like, because I really like them to actually be doing this, because I want to see the most polished product possible. So it's good that if that's actually happened, and it sounds like it has, but I don't know. I'm only speculating. Because of the stats being released to Steam, and usually takes around about between 20 to 30 days after. So it could be, I could be wrong, could be not, but I'm only speculating that there could be something with an issue with it, but that could be preventing something. But anyway, hopefully it's not, but hopefully we get a nice experience when it gets released. And a lot of people are looking forward to the Southeastern High Speed, but a lot of people are not, because it's obviously been released before for Train Simulator. And I for one would probably be I'm pumped for it, mainly because I don't play Train Simulator. I haven't played the train route on Train Simulator. The detail on this game is way more superior than Train Simulator anyway. Yeah, I think that I'm a little bit 50-50 on it, because I'll probably prefer to see some fresh content, with fresh train routes that haven't been done before on Train Simulator. That'll be only exclusive to Train Sim World 2. I for one would love to see him go to way more different countries. They've gone to France now. I'd like to see him go to Spain. Spain's got some really nice high-speed trains as well. Italy, Switzerland's coming, Scotland, Wales maybe, you know, Japan obviously, and China. We've got some not bad high speed trains as well. Obviously more American and Canadian. And why not here in Australia as well? We've got some amazing trains as well. I just like to see a blend of different types of countries and stuff to be released for the game. Places like I don't know, Russia and stuff like that as well. Just trying to blame things up. But I'll be pretty honest. I probably think America needs more content quicker than anything, because there has been a lack of American content for the Train Sim World 2, and I think it's a bit rude. I think they've taken away NEC New York, which is a bit disappointing. And I actually love to see Dovetail actually pull the finger out of their bum and actually redesign the whole NEC New York line like they did with the Sand Patch Grade, and re-release it in the new form for Train Sim World 2, even if they extend it via the Long Island Railroad. That would be absolutely awesome. But anyway, let's get into the roadmap, shall we? Break it down and talk about it. So find out what's coming up in the latest roadmap update. Over the past few months, we established the roadmap as a core part of Train Sim World's calendar. During this time, it has become less to read because of the volume of smaller updates, upgrades, fixes, and improvements. Which, look, there's been improvements and fixes and everything, and the issue I'm having with, because I run it through the AMD card with 1060 GTX. The 1060 is not the problem; it's the AMD card, the AMD Ryzen that I'm using. Every time I press a button on my controller or the keyboard, or I move the camera around a little bit, I have that split second freeze frame. Which is a bit disappointing. I have a couple things I have to actually talk about here. I've got an update here on 8 hours ago as well, so I will be not just doing the roadmap here. I'll be doing bringing this Steam to Train Sim World 2. So this looks very interesting. So let's talk about that later after this. Let's get into it. Over the past, it's become less to read. The volume of small updates and fixes and improvements, and we've added to the list as more teams at Dovetail Games have become evolved. So it would be fair to say that this has resulted in the roadmap becoming quite robust, where it's not as effective as giving you an overall view of what we are working on. So it's just like become a scrap heap in the middle of a destruction derby. It's like it's just gone boom, and it's like, huh? What? Why is this going up? Why is this going down? Why is this now there? Why is this not in the map anymore? What's happening? Why is this what? That's what it is going on. So, you know what I'm saying. So, within the new, there is a new year, obviously. We're in 2021 now. So, we're going back to the just a nice plain roadmap. And I'm not going to say it in the way what they're writing here, but we got different changes occurring to the roadmap itself. We instead detail our current project list in collective fashion, providing gathered detail on Train Sim World forums were required. This should enable you to get a good idea of what's coming up at a glance, with more in-depth view available for you, the viewer. Obviously, we try to give you detail in a regular Q&A live stream, and we're doing, which is bullshit, because they always like, no, we're not going to give you dates and this and that. Look, they're not going to spill the beans, because if they give you a date and it ends up not being the date, if they find a bug or issue with what they're working on, then that's false content. So you got to understand that, folks. This is why they don't give you dates, is because we can all speculate when things are getting released, and go off past contents. But that doesn't mean anything. I did say to you guys at the end of last year that we won't be getting the 3-week gap like we have been with releases, because we're at the end of the year now. We would be, it will be a longer gap. I was probably originally back then thinking that there wouldn't be anything in January anyway, release, because obviously being January, it's like, for us here in Australia, it's like a lazy month. So things pick up in February. So that's just the way things are. We're in a new year, and the first month is like, we're just recovering from what we've been doing through Christmas and stuff. So yeah, that's just how it rolls. So with a new year, we're going back to the the Q&A alongside each route. So we make it easier to understand what an individual item on the roadmap, it will be listed as either fix, improvement, add-on, or core project. With the roadmap, we approach a mid-cycle point in our add-on releases. Typically, we decide 5 or 6 add-ons released at the same time, and staggered that development to start once current schedule has completed. The midpoint is one set of releases tends to be the point of where the new add-ons are chosen, and to that end, it won't be long before the next collection of routes and locos find their way into this schedule. Suggestions and feedbacks are inevitable making these selections. Okay, so be sure to get involved in suggestions in the forum. So go to this. If you've got any suggestions regarding like improvements, routes, trains itself, go to the forum, because that's the best place to go to. I actually went to the forum last night, ladies and gentlemen, and I actually put in my schedule for this week's live streaming. So that's something I'm starting to do now in the forum, ladies and gentlemen. So you'll see in the forum now that I am now putting in our live streaming schedule for the week. So we've got our own timetable for you guys to go through. So you see how you see a Rail TV schedule for when they are live streaming and stuff. We give you here at GFYS Gaming Australia, we're now on the forum giving you our times in Sydney, Australia time zone, UK time zone, Germany and France and New York time zones, for when we are live for our Choo Choo Tuesdays, Midweek World of Trains, and Saturday night on the Rails live streaming. And soon we'll be joined with a 4th live streaming show, which will be for you, the viewer, where you can request the trains and the train route from that particular train route to be driven on that train route. To be on a live stream show called The Request Line, which will be starting every second Sunday from the 31st of January. So, yeah, you can get involved via our Twitter channel and our live stream chat. So anyway, let's go. This also feels a good time to get a refresh on what each stage of the roadmap means. Okay, so if you're not familiar of this, we're going to break it down in plain English for you guys to understand. So next release means anything listed in here is likely to release before the next roadmap update. We'll list everything, including small fixes, in the next release selection. This is possible, then quicker developed small items are released in that 2-week window, having been on the roadmap. Upcoming is an upcoming item is in the later stages of the quality insurance process, meaning that the wait for it won't be much longer, providing testing goes smoothly. So this is the only thing I can think of that I think that the Southeastern was scheduled to be a little bit earlier. It sounds like testing's not gone too smoothly, so it's gone a little bit back again. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Anyway, if the QA team decide that something is not ready for release, it may get pushed back stage or remain in the upcoming selection for the roadmap for a longer time. This can also be the case with routes releases, as the amount of QA testing done is sufficient. Right. In production, when a project enters production, it means that the developers are actively working on it. The length of time sometimes stays in development can vary widely, although typically the completed project. Sorry, I just got to change my sourcing. Project, the more time it will require. When we provide game updates, we try to group changes into the root or logo packs in order to minimize the size of each patch. 5 updates across 5 routes would be 5 times the download size, and 5 upgrades updates in a single route. For that reason, we may list items as in production when they complete, but waiting for other updates to finalize and enter the QA processes. And in planning is anything at any given moment. We have a lot of work, large and small, in planning stages. This can cover anything from investigation to reporting issues, responding issues that you have reported, to developing new tools to add like new functionality to the game, until something moves from planning to production stage. This is almost as likely never to see release. It is almost as likely never to see release since the investigation stage. So this is like investigations. Sometimes this won't make release, sometimes it will. So anyway, let's go. So upcoming, ladies and gentlemen, there is no next release this time. So that means nothing is getting released between this roadmap and the next roadmap. So that is disappointing. So that means that there is no January 2021 DLC. Okay. So that means February will be the next DLC. Now, upcoming improvement. Increased start and endpoints in scenario planner for the Great Western Express. Improvement. Increased start and endpoints in scenario planner for Northern Transpennine. Improvement. Expansion of rapid transit transformations in options in scenario designer. A train route add-on. The Southeastern High Speed. With the BR Class 395 EMU and the BR Class 375 EMU. That is coming, ladies and gentlemen. That will be February 2021's release. So, in production, ladies and gentlemen, is Core Steam. Now, we're going to be talking about that in a minute, so because we've got a thing here about it. So let's see what that's all about. Core memory use optimization. That is my problem. And Core track IR support, and this will be interesting. So track IR support. Improvement. East Coastway Liberty design and capability for the Class 377, Class 66, and the J&A Boxwagon. Improvement in full-length platform climb-up functionality for the Preserve Collection, which they've been talking about for a while. Livery designer capability for the Preserve Collection. Platform departure boards added to the Preserve Collection. Now, this is quite interesting because now they're not just talking about the East Coastway. They're going to be releasing it too, and I think there was another one there as well. I can't remember what one it was, but it sounds like that they're now going to actually do this for the whole Preserve Collection, or whatever ones they can do. So that's quite interesting. So yeah, that sounds like it could be Great Western Express, which I've been wanting. Hemstruck and Rad Austin, Main Spencer Barn. No, that'll be quite interesting. That'll be really good. All right. Rail driver support for the whole Preserve Collection. There is a beta going on for the rail driver control setup. All right, so Loco add-on the Class 313 EMU for the East Coastway. The DB BR 187, which will be developed by Skyhook Games, which will be very similar to the 204. Hopefully not. But the Class 465 EMU for the Southeastern High Speed, that'll be later on down the line, folks. So, because we're getting the train line first, all right? But this train will be down the line. Trust me, it'll be down the line. Could be later in the year. DB BR101 for the Hemstrucker Run. The VOS, I call it the VOS. All right, the G6, the VOS, the Rad Austin. It's very similar to the black one, the black diesel that's in the on the train route. Now that's going to be developed by TSG. Now this is quite interesting because it's there's 3 here for TSG, and I'm thinking that this will become a free pack like the heavy freight pack that we have. So there is the G6, the DBBR420 electric multiple unit for the Hemstrucker Mitch Nosberg, and the diesel locomotive DBBR232. And see, they're all being developed by the same dude, by TSG. So I'm only thinking that this will be a pack, a free pack. This whole thing right here. I don't see that being individual release. Like, that'll be a free pack. So that'll be cool. Great Western Express. This one is very interesting. Very interesting. Great Western 1970s BR blue themed game pack for the Great Western Express. Now that is cool. Now Cane Creek with UP AC 4400 CW and the SD 40/2, the CSX. So there we go. That's going to be Skyhawk Games. The Chelmsford Railroad, which is something that's in Rail Simulator. Train Simulator. Did I say Rail Simulator? Sorry, Train Simulator. So there we go with that one, and the Russell line with the RHB GE 4/4 developed by River Games. That's going to be released, and we have the route add-on, the Hamburg to Lumbeck. I did read a little bit more about this. It is around about a 62-kilometer train line, and it takes around 50 minutes. I do believe on the train line. So the DBBR 112 plus Doppel stop wagons and the Mace BR 182. So at the moment, it looks like it's going to be I don't know, maybe one of these wagons is going to have the carry the train passenger thing behind, like some of the ones you see already on the DB lines. So very interesting there. In planning, some of these things could work, could come. Some of these things might not come. So here we go now with improvement and expansion of services and the timetable for the Bakerloo line. We've already said that they're going to do that, so that's a guarantee. They'll be coming. Expansion of the Sandpatch grade, train formations in the scenario designer. Expansion of the Peninsula Corridor train formations options in the scenario designer. The added safety system indicators on the HUD. User guides and manuals. Standard download size reconciliation. We have the change. Do you want to end this session? Pop up yes or no by default. I don't think that'll happen. But anyway, that is that part of the roadmap done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look now at the Steam. Steam is coming to Train Sim World 2 and is currently in development. Steam powered is very different experience to diesels and electrics already available in the game. Getting it right as a player experience means understanding where those differences are and how it should feel to manage power and more mechanical basis. We caught up with the Dovetail founder, CEO, and Chief Creative Officer, Paul Jackson, to get his insight on what the challenges are, and what we want to accomplish in bringing Steam to Train Sim World. So, Steam is on the way, ladies and gentlemen, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. So, We are going to talk about that maybe in another video. So we'll give you another information update video regarding the Steam. So I don't really want to talk about that because at this particular time, because we are talking about the roadmap. So the roadmap is done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. There will not be releases between now and the next roadmap update when we give you another information update regarding the roadmap. And as soon as we get some information regarding the high-speed southeastern high-speed, we will give that to you as well. My name is The Godfather. Thank you for watching this roadmap update video here at Go Find Yourself Gaming Australia. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go to our playlist area and check out our Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World 2020 playlists today. It is bye-bye for now.